Welcome to the John and Heidi Show podcast.
John and Heidi.
Here's John and Heidi.
Today is a special day, Heidi. Do you know what today is?
What is today, John?
I thought you'd never ask. It's Friday the 13th of January. So, of course, Friday the 13th. And it's the first one of the year, with it being January. Korean American Day today. National Peach Melba Day today. National Rubber Ducky Day. National Sticker Day. Stephen Foster Memorial Day. And National Blame Someone Else Day. That happens on the first Friday the 13th of the year. So who are you going to blame, Heidi? Anybody?
I always blame you, John. You know that.
Yeah, and it is usually my fault. And I usually blame Heidi, and it's hardly ever her fault. Today is an unlucky day for a lot of people, with it being Friday the 13th, but it's Heidi's lucky day.
It is. I love Friday the 13th.
She loves. And I consider it a lucky day today because I've got an awesome guest, David Bellavia. He's the author of Remember the Ramrods, also a veteran, and super excited to chat with him. This book looks really good. Came out the tail end of last year. We're going to chat with him all about it coming up.
Do you ever get credit card offers in the mail? Those are usually the worst offers. They spend thousands of dollars mailing them to anyone with an address. The people who actually read their junk mail end up paying the price in the long run. At bettercreditcards.com, we offer a variety of credit card options to fit your needs. Whether you want a credit card to give you cash back or points and perks, or a credit card to help you build your credit, we probably have it at bettercreditcards.com. Give yourself a little credit. bettercreditcards.com.
Now, surveys and studies and such brought to you by bettercreditcards.com. With it being the Friday the 13th and kind of an unlucky day for folks, I thought this would be the perfect time to talk about which states are the unluckiest states. An index names Florida the unluckiest state. West Virginia is number 2. Oklahoma is number 3, then Tennessee, then Arkansas, Mississippi, Kentucky, Alabama. Number 9 is New Mexico, 10 is Vermont, 11 North Carolina, then Maine, then Louisiana, then Texas, and number 15, Washington. What state do you think is the luckiest state, if you were going to guess?
Not Las Vegas.
No, well, that's not a state. No, it's New York is the luckiest state.
No way.
According to this. Now, here are some of the things that they did. So, let's look here and see. Florida takes the crown as the unluckiest state. They have the highest, sixth highest percent of divorce rates, 13%. The most lightning fatalities, 519 since 1952. West Virginia had the second lowest life expectancy, which put them at second, by the way. So you can read more of the details if you want to see all of that. I've got it in the show notes for today at johnandheidishow.com.
If your plan for the new year involves getting your financial life in order, I suggest you start with your mobile phone bill. How much do you pay every month? If that number is more than $15, it's time for a Mintervention. Mint Mobile makes it affordable and easy to switch. Get a new phone or bring your current phone. At Mintervention.com, you can see the current special offers from Mint Mobile, offering premium wireless for just $15 a month. That's far less than most people are paying, just $15 a month. Learn more now at Mintervention.com. That's Mintervention.com.
Did you know? Brought to you by RadioTravelGroup.com. Heidi, did you know a green comet is appearing in the sky for the first time in 50,000 years?
Really?
Yeah, it's named C/2022 E3ZTF. I don't know how you pronounce that, but it's a comet discovered last March in 2022. I think that's where the C/2022 part comes from. Has an orbit around the sun that passes through the outer reaches of the solar system, which is why it has taken such a long time to swing by Earth again. The icy celestial object can be distinguished from other stars by its streaking tail of dust and the glowing green coma surrounding it. It should be visible nightly to observers in the northern hemisphere for most of the rest of this month, and to those in the southern hemisphere in early February, according to NASA. So
that's pretty cool.
Yeah, point your eyes to the sky. It hasn't been here in 50,000 years and probably won't be back again anytime soon. So we don't know everything, but now we know this.
John and Heidi.
Now, big screen, little screen, brought to you by ChannelSurferTV.com. Todd Field's Tar, a psychological drama about the downfall of a fictional composer and conductor starring Cate Blanchett, won another major critical award on Saturday. The National Society of Film Critics named it the best film of last year. So that's cool.
That is cool.
And Megan made a killing at the box office over the weekend.
I've seen like little.
Yeah, it's the scary robot thing.
Yeah, I've seen little clips of it. Not like a preview though, just like images.
Yeah, a little
it's
clip.
weird.
So it's a fake, or it's like a scary little robot thing that's scary. And somebody online said, second scariest Megan, right behind Markle. I was like, oh, that's not nice. And your nightmares have been answered. Netflix has confirmed the massive hit Wednesday will return for season number 2.
Our daughter loves that one.
No date has been announced, but they're just saying they can't wait to dive headfirst into another season, explore the kooky, spooky world of Nevermore. They said we need to make sure Wednesday hasn't emptied the pool first. Okay, I don't know what that means.
I don't either, but I'm sure it's very clever. Our daughter watched it, and she said we have to watch it. We just have not made the time yet.
Yeah. Big screen, little screen, brought to you by channelsurfertv.com.
Do you ever get credit card offers in the mail? Those are usually the worst offers. They spend thousands of dollars mailing them to anyone with an address. The people who actually read their junk mail end up paying the price in the long run. At bettercreditcards.com, we offer a variety of credit card options to fit your needs. Whether you want a credit card to give you cash back or points and perks, or a credit card to help you build your credit, we probably have it at bettercreditcards.com. Give yourself a little credit. bettercreditcards.com.
Now your scoop of the day comes your way, courtesy of bettercreditcards.com. Heidi, can you still say Happy New Year to somebody this time of year?
No.
It's too late.
Yeah, it's too late.
If you haven't said it yet, it's too late because it's the 13th today, Friday the 13th. So how late would you say is the latest you could still say Happy New Year to somebody? What is the final date?
I would say the 2nd.
Really?
Then it's over. That was so yesterday.
January 6th is the actual date, by the way. We passed that day. So if you wish somebody a Happy New Year beyond January 6th, you're committing a social faux pas.
It's like wearing white shoes after Labor Day. It's just not done.
I do it all the time. According to a pair of etiquette experts, they say that's only if it's your first day back to work after the holidays, then you still could. So like if everybody was gone and you get back and you haven't seen people, you could still do that.
Yep,
but they're like, you don't just see somebody for 2 weeks and then all of a sudden go, oh, hey, by the way, Happy New Year. Why didn't you say that 2 weeks ago? Anne Elizabeth Burnett, founder of Elizabeth Etiquette, says there's no set expiry date for wishing somebody the best in the new year. But they say by the end of the first week after the new year, the greeting is sort of waned. An exception could be granted, for example, if somebody you know was offered a new job later in January, you might consider saying something like, what a great start to the new year. And you could wish them the best. For Susie Fossate, founder of Agenvon Etiquette, they say there is a fluid timeline for the greeting. She feels, for many, the celebration actually, though, is something that should end on Epiphany, which was January 6th. But many people say when you go back to the office after that, you could still say Happy New Year. So it kind of sounds like these etiquette experts.
Sounds like they've put an awful lot of thought into something that really doesn't matter too much to anybody
and here's
anywhere.
The thing. The etiquette experts can tell me one thing, but I can still do what I want. So
you can do whatever you want.
A Happy New Year if you want to, because it's your God-given right. Scoop of the day comes your way, courtesy of Better Credit Cards. And might I say Happy New Year to you. Oh, what's that? I'm in trouble?
If your plan for the new year involves getting your financial life in order, I suggest you start with your mobile phone bill. How much do you pay every month? If that number is more than $15, it's time for a Mintervention. Mint Mobile makes it affordable and easy to switch. Get a new phone or bring your current phone. At Mintervention.com, you can see the current special offers from Mint Mobile, offering premium wireless for just $15 a month. That's far less than most people are paying, just $15 a month. Learn more now at Mintervention.com. That's Mintervention.com.
Thank you so much for listening to the John and Heidi Show. Super excited to visit with the author of a new book. It's called Remember the Ramrods. We have Mr. David Bellavia joining us. How are you, sir?
I'm doing great. How you doing?
I am fantastic. First of all, thank you for your service. Also, tell me a little bit about this book, because this looks like a fantastic book.
Well, I appreciate that, and I would agree, sir. Now, here's what basically what happened was I was in the Army. We got in the Battle of Fallujah 18 years ago. Right around Veterans Day, with the Battle of Fallujah, Marines. It was our generation's Normandy landing, right? We had Marines and sailors, close quarter fighting. This was one of the roughest urban fights in our nation's history, and we did it as a generation. And 14 years after the events of Fallujah, I received the Medal of Honor and became the first living recipient of the Medal of Honor for the war in Iraq. And it came out of the blue. And honestly, after 14 years, you put that away. You've moved on. You're a dad now. You're worried about replacing the kitchen tile and getting a new refrigerator. You're not thinking about the old days. And there's a sense that you peaked in your 20s. The best days are behind you, and it's all over. And now the President of the United States is on the phone saying, this is it. And now everywhere you go, you're going to be the guy that talks about this one day, the worst day of your life, forever. And you will be cryogenically frozen in 2004. I think about like Chuck Yeager, who died at 99. Chuck Yeager broke the sound barrier, and everyone talks about that, but he was 24. I mean, the guy had a life. He did a lot of incredible things. And so I'm going through this whole thing, and I'm thinking, I missed the war. I thought I missed combat. I missed being shot at for 14 years. That was the best time of my life. And it took this award for me to realize I didn't miss war. I didn't miss fighting. I missed the men that I fought with. I missed the men that sacrificed for me. And the Ramrods were those men. We brought them together again to the White House. And now, after 14 years, we're a unit again. We're not in uniform, but we're still a platoon in a company. We're still the Ramrods, and we're together. And it took the Medal of Honor for us to realize how important we were to each other, not the war, but the people who fought the war.
I love that. And again, the book is called Remember the Ramrods, and I like the subtitle, An Army Brotherhood in War and Peace. I love that.
Thank you. It's so true. I mean, we talk about when the guys and girls come home from the war, and just the idea that you miss your validation, you miss your sense of purpose. What am I here to do? I knew every day I wore the uniform I was needed. I need to know that I'm needed. And so many veterans, when it comes to suicide or addiction and all these problems that are plaguing this isn't new for us. It happened in Vietnam. It happened, during World War II. We're talking about it now. We're bringing more attention to it now. But the idea that we have to remind veterans that they have a purpose, and the real service isn't what they did in uniform. It's what they're doing at home. If we can serve in our society and in our culture, we're going to be you want veterans in your neighborhood. You want veterans to teach your kids. You want veterans as mentors. These are wonderful human beings, and we want them around us, and we should remind them every day, not just one day in November. We should remind them every day that they have a purpose, that they have validation, that there is greatness in them, and they need to continue to serve like they did in uniform.
I love that. I agree completely, by the way. Instead of celebrating Veterans Day, some people celebrate Veterans Month for the entire month of November. I think it should be a celebration every single day.
I'm reminded because every time I think, what am I going to do? What's the future look like? I just started going to the Vietnam generation and just seeing how they're doing it. Because everything I need, I know that these men and women have already gone through it. They've mastered life. They figured out what works and what doesn't work. This generation, I know my granddad's still alive. He's 102. He's a Normandy veteran. I love my granddad. I'm so proud of him. I'm proud to be his grandson. But the greatest generation of American is the Vietnam generation that did not get our welcome home, that did not get the love and the attaboy, and yet they protected us from that treatment when we came home.
Yeah.
Those Vietnam veterans have exuded love to us, and they have guided us. There are Sherpas on this journey. And all we have to do is look at those Vietnam vets and say, hey, I'm going to do what you did because it worked for you. And thank you for still loving us enough to show us the way.
David, thank you so much for your time today. I appreciate it a bunch.
Thank you so much.
Absolutely. Again, Medal of Honor recipient David Bellavia. The book is called Remember the Ramrods, My Army Brotherhood in War and at Peace. It's available now. I have a link to it in the show notes for today at johnandheidishow.com.
Do you ever get credit card offers in the mail? Those are usually the worst offers. They spend thousands of dollars mailing them to anyone with an address. The people who actually read their junk mail end up paying the price in the long run. At bettercreditcards.com, we offer a variety of credit card options to fit your needs. Whether you want a credit card to give you cash back or points and perks, or a credit card to help you build your credit, we probably have it at bettercreditcards.com. Give yourself a little credit. BetterCreditCards.com.
Fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
People in nudist colonies play this sport more than any other. You want to guess what it is?
Volleyball.
Yes, it is volleyball. How did you know that?
You didn't know me my whole life, John. I have sort of
Okay.
assorted past.
You can. It sounds like you do. Fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
Your brain literally heats up when you're stressed. Smiling, by the way, will cool down your brain.
Oh.
So if you're feeling like a little hot-headed,
So
smile.
smile.
Yeah, a little steam out that way. Fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
Monkeys floss their teeth. Well,
They
now,
do.
they do. Now I kind of want to see it. Fun. I wonder if they use floss sticks or what do they use? Probably, I don't know, leaves. Fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
It takes 120 liters of water to make 1 glass of wine. It's a lot of water.
So I'm getting plenty of water.
Yeah, there you go. And our
when
final
I'm drinking my wine.
fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
Cans of diet soda float, but regular soda cans sink.
Oh, isn't that interesting?
That is very interesting. It's several fun facts. Now you know. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show.
If your plan for the new year involves getting your financial life in order, I suggest you start with your mobile phone bill. How much do you pay every month? If that number is more than $15, it's time for a Mintervention. Mint Mobile makes it affordable and easy to switch. Get a new phone or bring your current phone. At Mintervention.com, you can see the current special offers from Mint Mobile, offering premium wireless for just $15 a month. That's far less than most people are paying, just $15 a month. Learn more now at Mintervention.com. That's Mintervention.com.
Time now for the Mint Mobile Question of the Day. Yay! It's brought to you by Mintervention.com. Question, Heidi. In a survey, this was named the most annoying thing people have to deal with while driving. What is it? The most annoying. And if you're saying our show, no.
I would say people that leave their blinkers on.
No. Potholes.
Oh, gosh, yes.
Potholes. Once you knew it, you absolutely knew it. All right. Hey, watch out for potholes. Mint Mobile Question of the Day comes your way, courtesy of Mintervention.com.
Do you ever get credit card offers in the mail? Those are usually the worst offers. They spend thousands of dollars mailing them to anyone with an address. The people who actually read their junk mail end up paying the price in the long run. At BetterCreditCards.com, we offer a variety of credit card options to fit your needs. Whether you want a credit card to give you cash back or points and perks, or a credit card to help you build your credit, we probably have it at BetterCreditCards.com. Give yourself a little credit. BetterCreditCards.com.
Now, some weird news brought to you by WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com. Hot dog. Oscar Mayer's looking for some more Wienermobile folks. Says the job description
That
says...
job pays very well.
Yeah, those selected will visit over 20 states in the legendary hot dog-shaped vehicle, travel more than 200,000 miles, serve as an Oscar Mayer spokesperson at over 200 events, and document their journey on social media. Ideal candidates for the year-long position have to be outgoing, creative, friendly, and enthusiastic, graduating college seniors who have an aptitude for adventure and are willing to see the country through the windshield of the Oscar Mayer Wienermobile. Says the company, there are 12 Wienermobile driver positions available, and the competition is fierce. In the past year, less than 1% of applicants were selected. No word on how much the position of a hot dogger pays, but I have heard, like Heidi has.
I've heard that it pays very well. And don't you have to go to some kind of a college?
There's Yeah, you gotta go to school for it, and you have to do a lot of training to drive that. It's a big vehicle.
Yeah,
I've been inside a hot dog Wienermobile.
Me too.
Wienermobile driver. Me? Nah. Somebody else? Yeah. Weird news brought to you by WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com.
John and Heidi.
Time now for the list brought to you by BetterCreditCards.com. Part 5 of the list, or maybe part 6. I've lost track. These are the most anticipated movies of 2023. I'm going to try to go through them quicker. Oppenheimer, July 21st. That's about Robert Oppenheimer, one of the original creators of the atomic bomb. And in that, you're going to see Robert Downey Jr., Matt Damon, Emily Blunt, and more. The next one on the list here, The Marvels, July 28th, sequel to 2019's Captain Marvel. So that's going to be a big deal.
Okay.
Haunted Mansion, August 11th, a comedic take on Disney's Haunted Mansion. Jamie Lee Curtis is going to be in that. Danny DeVito, Owen Wilson, Tiffany Haddish, a lot of folks in that. Challengers, August 11th. Zendaya stars in this romantic drama about a tennis player turned coach. Haunting in Venice, September 15th. Third film in the Whodunit series from Agatha Christie's Halloween Party. So it's got Tina Fey, Michelle Yeoh. Who else is in that? Other folks. And the last one we're going to get to today, The Exorcist, coming out on October 13th. And Ellen Burst
I didn't know that.
reprising her role from the original 1973. So,
Okay.
yeah, interesting stuff. So I didn't realize they even had
Lots
another
of scary movies coming
Yeah.
out lately. That's kind of been the thing again.
We'll hopefully,
which I'm really excited about.
Yeah, we'll wrap up this list tomorrow. There you go. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show.
If your plan for the new year involves getting your financial life in order, I suggest you start with your mobile phone bill. How much do you pay every month? If that number is more than $15, it's time for a Mintervention. Mint Mobile makes it affordable and easy to switch. Get a new phone or bring your current phone. At Mintervention.com, you can see the current special offers from Mint Mobile, offering premium wireless for just $15 a month. That's far less than most people are paying, just $15 a month. Learn more now at Mintervention.com. That's Mintervention.com.
Time now for the quote of the day. It comes your way, courtesy of InsuranceChicken.com. Quote today is from George Carlin. He was a very smart guy.
Yeah.
He would think of some really witty stuff like this. If you try to fail and you succeed, which have you done?
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
a very good question.
If you're trying to fail and you succeed
Yeah.
in failing, did you fail or did you succeed in failing? So,
Why would anybody try to fail?
oh, I know some people who have. So, yeah, it's like they're trying to fail. And then you find out later, oh, they did try to fail.
They were.
They were betting against the team. Now you know why. Quote of the day comes your way, courtesy of InsuranceChicken.com.
John and Heidi.
This portion of the John and Heidi Show is brought to you by the John and Heidi Show. That sounds kind of funny, but it's true. Go to your local radio station and ask them to start carrying the John and Heidi Show. Here's the best part. They can carry the show for free. They play a couple commercials, but it doesn't cost them anything every month. So if you know a radio station that could use a little bit of help, send them our way. Send them to johnandheidishow.com. Again, johnandheidishow.com. We would love to do a radio program in your community. Then you could listen to the podcast and listen to us on the radio.
John and Heidi.
We always like to wrap things up around here with good news, and I think this is good news. Comes your way courtesy of radiotravelgroup.com. Now, people stuck in airports are texting phone numbers on luggage to reunite travelers with missing bags. How cool is that?
That's pretty cool.
One of those good Samaritans, Brittany Lubier-Verish, found herself searching through an Armageddon of luggage at the Tampa International Airport the day after Christmas. She said, and she's going through, there's hundreds, if not thousands of bags that are just stacked everywhere. And these are from flights from all over the country, and somehow they were all stacked up at this airport. Knowing she was stuck at the airport while her husband stood in line for customer service, she realized she could probably reunite some travelers with their bags by texting the number listed on the luggage tag. According to Insider, she said she sent at least 50 text messages while sifting through to find her luggage. One recipient posted a screenshot of the text from her to Twitter. It says, "Thank you to the random stranger who texted me that my suitcase was in fact in Tampa. You're a lifesaver, especially since there's no way Southwest could ever tell me." And she had posted, "Your bag is in Tampa by claim 15, door 166. I'm just a random person also looking for my luggage." So how cool is that?
That's pretty sweet. I mean, she's there anyway.
Yeah.
I can't believe nobody stopped her from just going through all the luggage, though. That's a little bit alarming.
Yeah, but I don't think she wasn't taking it. She was going
No,
through
I
and
know,
looking.
but still, I mean, just sitting there,
It
just looking at
sounds
everybody's
like
luggage.
When this was going on, nobody was in charge of anything in this area. They were throwing bags in a pile.
Okay.
And there's a big, long text bubble, a whole bunch of them here where they're talking back and forth. If you want to read it, I've got a link to it, but we don't have time to get to it. But it sounds like there's been, some good,
all
good
kinds of
Samaritans
issues, yeah.
doing some good things. But there's been some weird stuff.
Lots of issues lately.
Yeah, so hopefully it all gets back to normal. Time to say goodbye, Heidi.
Goodbye, Heidi.
Goodbye, everybody. Have a great day. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show on a Friday.